and welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time watching, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and make sure you turn on that bell notification icon so you can be notified every time I make a new upload. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing and doing a wear test on the new, well, this isn't new, it's new for me, on the Colourpop No Filter Foundation. Colourpop sent this out to me for me to try for you guys, so I figured why not. This video is not sponsored, I did receive this for free, but every opinion is my own. Everything I say is my own. I was not required to make a video, FYI. So this foundation retails for $12 online, and I believe right now it's on sale for $9.60. This foundation comes in 40 shades. I picked up the shade Medium 100. I felt like that would have been a good fit for me. I'm wearing it right now, so I don't know why I'm acting like I don't know. I think it's a pretty good match and pretty accurate as far as color matching goes. So reading off the website, this is developed for the selfie age. Our buildable full coverage natural matte foundation delivers flawless looking skin from day to night. The oil-free lightweight formula blends smoothly and is easily customizable to create the coverage you want. Build it up or sheer it out. It was developed with innovative soft blurring pigment to deliver true color while looking and feeling natural. 100% cruelty-free and vegan. So that's basically the only thing they really say about this. There's no like long wearing thing. There's no like special ingredients that help to like hydrate the skin or anything. It's a soft matte foundation. It's supposed to blur out your pores, give you that selfie blurred out look, and it's supposed to be customizable wear. So you can layer it up for full coverage or sheer it out for sheer coverage, and it stays true to color. I've been really excited to try out this foundation because it's super affordable. My only thing before they sent it out to me was that I am not the type of person to buy a foundation online if I'm not sure about the color or if I can't wear it. It's just like I need to like swatch it, if that makes sense. Right off the bat, I really love the foundation's packaging. I love the little stars. I love that it's a glass. I love that it has a pump. I love that it looks very nice overall. I feel like sometimes drugstore foundation, not that this is necessarily drugstore because it's online, but sometimes drugstore foundations don't have the best packaging, or sometimes they don't even have pump. Maybelline Fit Me, I'm talking to you. Overall, great packaging. I'm really excited to try this out. So if you want to see how this foundation applies and how it wears, just keep on watching. Hey you guys, so welcome to the demo portion of this video. As usual, I am going to be doing half of my face with the Beauty Blender and the other half of my face with a foundation brush. For this foundation, I am in the shade Medium 100. Based on the website, that is the shade that best matched my skin tone just from expertise of shopping online. Looking at it right off the bat, it does have a yellow undertone, which typically I prefer for my skin tone. Sometimes I do prefer a peachy tone, but it's not always the best when ordering online to go with a peachy tone because it can be too neutral sometimes. I'm just going to take one pump of the foundation and you guys are going to see it dispensed on the back of my hand. So looking at it, it is a pretty liquidy consistency. It's not moving on my hand or anything. I'm going to take that, and I've already done my forehead off camera just because that's really hard to do in video, but I'm just going to take that, go in with my damp Beauty Blender and just start pressing it into the skin. So I went ahead and took a flash photo, and looking at the photo, it looks really good. It really did a really good job at blurring out my pores with just one pump of the foundation using the Beauty Blender. It looks very airbrushed. It's a very nice undertone for my skin. It just has a slight flashback, if any, but not really. It's really just that I should have gone with a darker shade maybe, but overall it looks pretty good. I'm just gonna take another pump of the foundation on the back of my hand, squirt that out, pump that out. I'm gonna take my Marc Jacobs The Face One brush, and I'm just going to dip it into the foundation and just start to apply it onto my skin. I'm just going to buff that in. Looking at the Beauty Blender side versus the makeup brush side, I definitely like the Beauty Blender side a lot more. It honestly has a lot more coverage than the brush side. I feel like the brush absorbed the product, whereas the Beauty Blender just laid down the product. Definitely the brush side is starting to look a little cakey, not gonna lie. This side just looks so much better. I'm gonna go ahead and try to apply another pump of the foundation using the Beauty Blender on the right side of my face, and let's just see how this layers. And then I'm just going to take another pump and do with the brush. Okay, you guys, so looking at the picture that I just took using flash photography, the side with the Beauty Blender just looks overall more even than the brush. I will say that once I layered it on with my fingers before going in with the brush, it definitely applied much better. However, overall in pictures, the Beauty Blender side just looks a lot more full coverage. It looks a lot more even. It covered up my dark circles underneath my eyes. I feel like the brush side still left a lot of that untouched. Overall, I really like the coverage. I definitely, hands down, Beauty Blender wins. I would not recommend using this foundation with a brush. Unless you're super oily, this is not going to work with you as far as using a brush. With that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Overall, you guys, looking at the photograph I just took of myself with my makeup completed, the foundation looks really nice. I look very airbrushed. My pores are literally vanished. The foundation is looking really well as far as texture goes. My skin looks really smooth. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but you can't really see my acne scarring, and that is really something that I am sometimes self-conscious about, especially with such a lightweight liquidy consistency. A lot of times when foundations aren't thick in consistency, they don't really do anything to hide acne scars, but this is doing really good as far as not showing them. They're very blurred. I look airbrushed literally, you guys, and the color is pretty spot on. It might be just a tad bit too light. So with that being said, I'm just gonna go about my day and I'll be back in a couple hours to check back in with you guys. So just keep on watching. Hey you guys, so it's 8 o'clock at night. It's been about 8 hours since I initially put on the foundation, and overall, looking at myself in the mirror, it's looking pretty good. I am starting to get oily in the T-zone area. However, it's nothing super crazy. The foundation looks really good. It is starting to separate just a little bit on my chin. However, that is an area that the foundation tends to rub off naturally just because when you eat, and if you have big lips like myself, the lips tend to move that area because it's pushing down on it a lot. It looks really good everywhere else. It's not separating anywhere. So I'm just gonna take a brush and I'm just gonna go into a finishing powder from Cover FX, and I'm just gonna put that all over in my T-zone in hopes that it will kind of take away the shine, and wonder if it'll still look fresh. A lot of times, sometimes you can powder a foundation and instead of looking fresh, it'll look cakey or super powdery, and so I'm just trying to see if this will take away the shine. That seemed to have done the trick. Looking at my face, it still looks fresh. My chin is still starting to separate just a little bit, but it's nothing crazy. Honestly, you can't see it if I'm just facing forward. It's definitely something that you would only be able to see if I literally walked around and like walk around like that. Then you could definitely see my chin and pay attention to it. But other than that, it looks really good. My final verdict on this foundation is honestly a thumbs up. This foundation does not claim to be a long wearing foundation. It only claims that this is your selfie perfector, that this is going to be the foundation that's going to blur your pores, blur your skin, and give you the perfect selfie. And overall, I think it did a pretty good job. Like, looking at myself in the mirror, it looks like skin. The color blended into my skin. I didn't know if this color was going to match me, but wearing it throughout the day, it looks like my skin. It doesn't look like I'm wearing too much. It literally looks super lightweight. It feels lightweight. This foundation is a thumbs up for me. This retails for $12, you guys. That's insane. Like, a lot of times I have used drugstore foundations and they don't feel good on the skin, you know? Like, 8 hours later, your foundation feels heavy. This feels like I'm not wearing anything, to be honest. Earlier, I almost took a nap and I, honest to God, forgot I was wearing makeup. Like, I was about to, like, you know, get comfortable in the bed. No, girl, like, this doesn't feel like anything. It hasn't felt like I've been wearing anything. That's really all I have to say. It feels really good. It looks really good on the skin. My texture looks amazing. Texture never really looks amazing, but it's not as noticeable as some foundations. Like, it didn't draw any attention to it. It looks phenomenal. It blurred out my pores. It looks like skin. Is it full coverage? I'm gonna say it's medium buildable. I wouldn't say this is a full coverage foundation, but it's definitely medium buildable. You can get a full coverage if you layer it on and it'll look nicely. It layers very well. By the way, you guys, if you want to order anything from Colourpop.com and you want to save $5 on your next order, make sure you use my discount code 5Alejandro. It'll be down in the description bar for you guys to use. Make sure you use that to save $5 off your next Colourpop purchase. Overall, this is a thumbs up for me, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you turn on that bell notification so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And until next time, you guys, DGAFpanda out.